Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to create just a basic app. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is to install Ionic. So let's go to our command line here and our terminal, and let's change to the I've already in my to-do app that I put out there for AWS. There's already a um, Bitbucket project out there. It's got to do Lambda. I'm going to put this in that same repository, and I'm just going to uh, create a folder here that is going to have the source code that we're going to need. So let's go here and do, what is it? What I'm trying to do. Let's do pwd, change directory to, I think it's documents, and then we have change to development, and then change to AWS, and then we're going to execute this first command, which is npm install -g Cordova Ionic. -g means it's global, so even though I'm going to execute it within the my AWS folder, it's not going to put it in here. It's going to put it somewhere else. That particular package. So let's do npm install -g Cordova Ionic. Hopefully it's not too much. Let's see. And obviously I'm going to fast forward this because it might be a big module. So stand by. Alright, so one thing I did run into I did run into that error, or to an error. So I think it has to do with me not running as admin. So when it tries to install it globally, it doesn't like it. So use this sudo command. We're going to use the same command, but we're going to do sudo in front of that command. So let's do that. And it's going to ask for a password. And now let's see if it will install everything. Alright, so as you can see, that was successful. So let's go back to Ionic here and do Ionic Start My App tabs. And I'm assuming that my app is the name of the app, and then the style is tabs. Or that's probably like a well, let's call it a style for now, but let's do that. I'm going to call it something else. Let's call it Ionic Start. Call it my to-do. And I guess the format of it is going to be tabs. Looks like down here you can have a blank one. You can have tabs, this one, or you can have side menu. So let's do tabs and see what happens. Would you like to integrate your new app with Cordova to target native iOS? Yes, I would. And I'm assuming that is going to be yep, native iOS and Android. npm I. Let's do this. Alright, there we go. Install the free Ionic, no. And connect to your apps. I'm gonna say no to that one. Is it free? Err for how, let's say, Ionic Supercharger with Ionic Pro SDK. Track runtime error in real time back into your original push remotes, blah blah blah. Let's say yes for now. Let's say yes. I can always back it out later and start from scratch. Log into, I don't have an account. Wow, okay. Stand by. All right, so I've signed up for the Ionic account. So you just do Ionic sign up from the terminal, and they'll ask you for your email, username, password, etc. And let's go in and enter my email. Don't email at me this, or don't email me at this email, because I will um, delete it. Kill, kill. All right. So, oh, what? Oh, give me a break. Did it do it anyway? Running command. Maybe I don't need that. All right. Anyway, let's go back to this thing, which is, so we've created this app doing start Ionic Start. Now we can run it and just change it to the directory, which was list here, my to do, and let's do Ionic serve and see what it does. Blah blah blah. Started, build dev, copy, deep link, etc. etc. And it says welcome to Ionic. Cool. So now we have our tabs here at the bottom, and it's running within the browser, which is cool. And at some point we are going to deploy this to, we're going to deploy this to our iPhone and see what happens. So it's pretty straightforward. If you just go to this particular help page here, document page, you install Ionic globally, do it as administrator, and create your app. Then you just do serve, and I am going to at some point install it on the iPhone as well. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to browse through some of these files and what's inside it. You can see when we did Ionic Start that it created this folder, my to do. It's got some Git files in here. It's imported some this is all Angular is the front end, and it imported some modules that it's using for the client side. So let's go and take a look at some of this. We've got resources, icon, splash, iOS, some specific, I guess when you go in and create your iOS, it's going to have that, it needs all this stuff, I guess. But let's take a look at some of the source files. You've got, let's open this up in code. So let's do code, Visual Studio Code, and let's take a look at, can I just copy this guy? AWS Ionic under development. Alright, let's open up this folder. Open, and under development, where are you at? Alright, documents, development, and I moved this my to do app, or my to do Ionic stuff, to its own folder because it's got these Git files. I don't want it to interfere with what's up here, so I'll publish this my to do app out there too. So let's go in and open up AWS Ionic my to do, and let's see the stuff it has in here. So if you look at the source, we've got here's a package JSON, and that's going to have all of our dependencies, developer dependencies, which is Ionic App Script and TypeScript. Let's see, we've got all this, and let's take a look at the entry file here. Index service worker.json. I don't know what all this is, but If you look at just the component part, here's the app. Oh, here we go, app module, blah blah blah. Here's the module declaration, my app about page, imports, browse info, Ionic module. Some of the bootstrap says, hey, bootstrap this Ionic app. Entry is my app. About page. Interesting, I don't know what that means. Why is it called entry components? Providers, it's using these other libraries, I guess. Got ng. Alright, so let's take a look at the app HTML. It just says it's Ionic navigation. That's an Angular component from Ionic. Root page. Let's get that. We just look at the app module. Is there any type of routing? Not really. Okay. App component. There's really not much in here. Main TS, platform, bootstrap, yep, app module. And then what's in this? Build main, polyfill, just basic stuff here. It's using Cordova. Alright, where are, I see the pages about HTML. It's using Ionic header, Ionic navbar, Ionic title, and tabs. It's using tabs. Tabs is going to contain, where is app root page? It's got to be somewhere. Home, tabs, theme. Nope, don't see it. That root page has got to be somewhere. That's got to contain tabs. Alright, so is it home? No, that's not it. About, contact, home, tabs, manifest. Wow. Oh, here we go. Tabs, blah blah blah, constructor. Oh, here we go. Root page is the tabs page. So that's how you sort of track how it's been constructed. So when this app component has been created, it's got a root page. And it contains, tabs page contains all of these tab icon, root, tab 1, tab 2. Interesting. Tab icon. Somehow it finds these. Oh, duh. Tab 1 root equals the home page, tab 2 root. So home page is just a class for this tab. So there's some magic going on here, I guess. Ionic tab root is the type of class or the type of component that is contained within that particular page. So I can sort of see how that's going to get initialized, but these are just basic stuff. Let's do something interesting. So let's go ahead and do welcome Ionic. The home, let's call it the login. Login page. Login. And we can just say, hey dude, you need to log in just to, this is our version of the hello world thing going on here. And we don't need to take a look at this. Let's save it. And then let's, how do I stop this thing? I'm just going to just do Control C and then run Ionic serve again. And it should compile everything. And it should pick up our changes. SAS started, blah blah blah. There you go. So now we can work from here and have our login page here. When we're logged in, go to like the list of to do items. I don't know if that's necessarily the best layout, but I think we can work with that. So there you go. That's how or that's the content of the files that Ionic Start created. All right, thank you for watching this part of the series. Next part will be how to deploy the app that you've created.